Young Thug says he don't see himself and Gunna ever being able to be cool again. Gunna, who reached a plea deal on December 22nd, actually an Alfred plea in December 22 of 2024, releasing him from jail, which saw him to admit YSL was a gang. Nah. What? Young Thug remained behind bars until reaching his plea deal in October of 2024 and hasn't been in touch with the YSL protege since touching down. He was in my left titty. My man's in them. Thug goes on to say that he can't be around Gunna because of he know what they did. And together, he know how he feel about him and the times that they shared. You showed me your toy collection. Thug said he would cry every goddamn day. Thug also went to say for him to be around Gunna, said it would be like being a fake nigga around him. He don't want to be known as a fake nigga, but pleaded and he could have beat the case. He didn't have to plead to the case. His lawyer advised him to stay, that he could have just beat the case. But no, he pleaded out and did something stupid, like as far as being on that probation. That's like 15 years, something crazy. And you can't be in your home state or nothing like that. Back to it. A little bit longer. Just a little. But also pleaded out of all of your actions, which makes everything questionable because you were released when nobody beats the RICO unless, cooperation, or at least that's what they say. My boy, you could tell the era that these dudes are from just by the way the outcomes came of their court cases and the way that they move, the way that they do things. You could tell the era that they from, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I know some real blood gang niggas, real slimes, and I also know some blood niggas that ain't real niggas. They just repping for the big of it. You know what I'm saying? Like the strength in numbers. They not really for that smoke. They not about that life for real. And some of those particular dudes used to be dudes that was up. And when they up, everything is gangster. Everything is about that. Yeah, they led people to believe like they'd do some things. Certain things that happen when you dealt with them. And then when that motherfucking hammer dropped, can y'all call my mama? Yeah, that's a 2-piece and fries. You put me a Sprite on there, I like that. I'll give y'all whatever y'all want for that. But when the hammer come down, them boys switch up depending on who it is. And, the rules are different. The rules that apply today ain't the same rules that apply when in the 90s and the early 2000s and things like that. These dudes are living rats. They, instead of living legends, they living rats. And I get it. I understand because they wasn't brought up to be tough and take it. And it just is what it is. But at the same time, you're trying to stand on business. And if you call yourself a leader or you got people that follow you, not necessarily because you're supposed to be a gang or anything like that, but you got to have integrity. Yeah, that's important. That's important for your following, for your brand, everything that you're trying to build. It can't be no lie. It could be, now if you come out and that's your truth, what your truth is what's important. But you can't be leading as a lie and then the truth come out later because the people not going to like that. The people not going to follow that. The people not going to keep on riding with that because that's what's happening nowadays. These dudes are so street and everything. When they really grew up, they wasn't that bad for them to grow up, but they on their music like everything was so bad. Yeah. Then they put on a dress, paint their fingernails. It's not my lifestyle. Have nothing against it. But the people that you got following you will pay attention to everything once they start following you. Letting Gunna thrive, it shows a lot. Gunna is thriving and putting on as he gave you the struggle. The industry gave you the struggle. The people that be gave you the struggle. Now you have to struggle to possibly get back where they let you be, and it's never going to be the same. Nothing or will be the same. Why your album got pushed back because it wasn't popular. Nobody's checking for it because it seemed like into the streets, which is a double oxymoron or double entendre. It's like you a rat to them because to me you ain't a rat because we ain't did no business or nothing together. So I don't know. I don't care. But to the people that believe in you, they got a different opinion. And that's what's going on out here in these streets. They not feeling that vibe. The vibe is not the same. And that means if you got to push the album back, that means you projected ain't right. Because what happened? Getting on the podcast and different things and talking and stuff like that, some things is left not to be said, just to do what you do. You could have spoke it out in the music. It would have been a better look to speak in the music before doing the podcast. Should have did a podcast run after the album. Even if you don't got projected numbers coming out, you still got to press run and all that to push it, give out some free shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, y'all dudes expect too much. Y'all are entitled. That's how I know y'all ain't built right. Y'all ain't built for this. Y'all are entitled. Y'all want somebody to give you something because they gave it because you gave up something. Now, like, comment, subscribe. Trying to build numbers over here. It's Rawway from the Rawway Show podcast with Rawway and Paul Clark. Now get the